Hello, welcome. This week, I'm not gonna lie, I just wanted to sit here and just have like a really transparent conversation because I feel like so much is going on and I just need to talk about it. I tried to film this video this week and do like a really productive week in my life at work, and like, to be honest, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't film it. If you're new here, you don't know what's going on. Basically, I'm Donatella. Hello. I just wanted to have a little therapy session with you today because it's so tough, like being in your 20s and figuring it out is just so tough. Anyway, let's start from the beginning because I've been rambling for 2 minutes and it's not even making sense. So basically, I tried to film this video and I just couldn't. I'm living with my family, which is really great. Like, Jack and I moved back here about a year ago to try and save to buy a house. Since COVID, obviously, we were renting and we were living up where Jack is from. And it was great, loved it. Like, honestly feel like they're like one of the best years of my life. We loved living there, renting, just living the best life. I think we kind of were like, no, we want to set roots and start this, process of saving to buy because we want to be together forever, want to get married, all of the above. So we're like, yep, we always said that we'd buy down here. So that's the plan. I don't think I'm making any sense in this video. This is literally my brain. And then we've moved back here a year ago to save to buy a house. Obviously, when I was living up there, and you might have seen in my vlogs, I was doing loads of different jobs and I was just figuring out what the hell I wanted to do with my life because my background is in acting. I think ever since I was, as long as I can remember, I was always going to be an actress, no other option. Like, I'm an actress, that's it, that's what I do, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go to drama school, I'm going to make it, all of the above. Luckily, I filled my little dream and I went to drama school and I lived that life in London, and I think that there was a lot of pressure for me because I put all my eggs in that basket to be like, this is what I'm doing, this is supposed to be the best thing. And when I was there, it wasn't what I dreamed about, and I think I'd put so much pressure on that's what I was going to do that when it finished and when I was in London, it wasn't what I expected. And then I came back and I finished and I'm like, what am I going to do? If I'm not an actress, who am I? And I think I really went through this like struggle of like, what am I going to do? Like, you finish university or anything like that, people I've spoken to now, they're like, you graduate and then you're like, wait, hang on, what am I actually doing? And then I think COVID happened and loads of us like lost our jobs. I lost my job that I thought I was like in. I was working on Benefit Cosmetics on a counter, loved it. Like, I think at the time I was thinking, oh, this isn't forever. But actually, when it finished and I lost the job, I was like, oh, I've actually really enjoyed that. And it's one of those things you don't really realise what you've got until it's gone. And I was like, oh, like, what am I gonna do? I was working in a coffee shop. I was part-time teaching drama. And like, I just didn't know what to do. And I think that that's okay. Going through your 20s and navigating your 20s, like, there's so much pressure to know what you want to do, where you want to be. And I honestly don't think until the last year I turned 25 or 24, 25, I found, this social media marketing job through this, like, through doing YouTube and like, just experimenting in a hobby has allowed me to find my career path. So when we moved back here, I got that job. It was a dream job. Yes, go, go, go. The company I was at originally, loved it, like, was so grateful to be a part of that and get that job and that position. But it wasn't what I expected again. I was like, oh my God, no, like, I've put all my eggs in this basket again. And this is not maybe where I'm supposed to be, like, what's going on? And again, the same thing happened again. I was like, oh my gosh. And again, I don't share that online, and I think I want to share that more. I think I'm quite transparent on like all the good things that are going on, and there's always so much happening. And whenever I actually see people in person, they're like, Donnie, you've got so much going on, like, you're smashing it. And you know what? Sometimes I'm not smashing it, and that's okay. Sometimes I'm not, and that's fine. But like, I think that there's a lot of pressure I put on myself because people say, you're doing so well. And I'm like, am I? Yeah, so I put this pressure on myself. Anyway, I moved jobs to the current agency that I'm at. That transition of moving from that company to this company, I think I had this complete shift, and I think I have changed so much within a really short period of time. I think I found in the last month or so, living at home here a little bit more challenging when it comes to YouTube, because I'm very much in my routine. I've been working from home recently, and like, this isn't just my space. Like, this is not just Jack and I's space, this is my parents' home, this is my family home. So it's kind of difficult to just like vlog what I'm cooking in the kitchen, because so many people are also in the kitchen. And I was actually watching Emily Cannam's video when she was going back and forth from living with her parents and like living by herself. Like, she went through that transition, and I've definitely gone through that, because I'm struggling on things to film because other people are in the house. Like today, no, everyone's working and no one's here. So I'm like, oh, I'll sit down and have this chat with you, because it is just quite difficult. We've been trying to buy a house, and I wanted to do this like big, we bought a house like video, and I'm gonna, because I want to do loads of videos around the house, homeware, and like having my own space again. Like, that is going to happen. But no one teaches you at school, or maybe they do and I can't remember, what to do when buying a house, what you need to do, what you need to pay for. Like, there are so many questions they ask you that I'm like, what? I don't know. I was saying, like, The Bold Type, which is a TV show that I absolutely love, and if you've not watched it on Netflix, watch it, because it's incredible. Like, I love it. I feel like I relate to that show so much, because there's not many things that are like relatable people in their 20s. There's so many things like at college. There's so many girls like at college I watch on YouTube, and like, or university, and they do like university productive vlogs, and it's so cool. But like, just your gal working a 9 to 5, trying to figure out what the hell's going on, is me. And if you like that kind of content, please subscribe, because I'm literally like, what is going on? Like, I wanted this video to be a spring like week in my life, and like this all productive, like yeah. And actually, I'm not being productive. I've been starting Pilates again, which has been great to try and ease myself into like getting into the fitness routine again. But it's raining outside, it's rubbish. Like, I thrive in the sunshine. Like, why is it not sunny? I'm just having a bit of a meltdown this morning, I'm not gonna lie. Can you hear the rain? Like, it is just awful. I may look like I'm very settled on the outside, and I do think in many ways I am. Like, I'm very grateful I've got, you know, a fiance, we're engaged, you know, like there's, you know, I've found my partner. But like, there's also so much pressure for people in their 20s to have found their partner by now, and I completely see that. Like, you know, I'm so lucky that that has happened to me, and Jack and I did meet when we were very young. It's also okay not to have that. There is so much time. And I think as well, you always feel like you're like, I'm missing out on something, because I would say I'm not very well travelled at all. I've only been to Europe, and I love Europe. There's beautiful places in Europe, and Jack and I are actually going away somewhere in a couple of weeks. But I've not been further than there. And like, I see people around me that have got these amazing stories and places they've travelled, and I've not done that. So I think, oh my gosh, I've got to do that before I have kids, because I have to. When actually, those people that have travelled might not have what I have, and then they look at me and think, oh, but I don't have that. You're always missing out on something, because you just can't do everything. And I think that's the thing in your 20s. You're just like, you want everything, because when you get to your 30s, you're supposed to have figured it out. When actually, no. I think people in their 50s are still like, I don't know what I want to be when I'm older. Just get the pressures away and just figure it out. And it's fun to figure it out. Let's enjoy and relish. I just absolutely love making videos, and YouTube is always my priority. Like, I just feel like it's such a safe space on the internet compared to like maybe Instagram and TikTok. Like I think I love TikTok and I want to use it more as a creative outlet, and I've got a great For You page with like positive things, but I think using TikTok, I put a lot of pressure on myself because people grow so quickly on there. And Instagram, I feel like I've got this weird stigma where everyone's judging me because I've got people on there that I used to know like years ago. So I'm like, oh, they're looking at me, you know. And YouTube, I just feel like is my little safe space because you only watch this video if you want to watch this video. Next week, I am going to do like a little pack with me or something because Jack and I are going on holiday to find our wedding venue. So that is exciting, and I will bring you along on that journey. So yes, if you want to stick around, please subscribe and like this video because it means so much to me. And if you're a silent watcher, and you never comment because I want to know that you're here and you're with me on this crazy journey. Anyway, I better get going. But thanks. See you later. Bye.